Dan and I together have been facilitating divorce care here at First Baptist for 6 years. God has done a mighty work here through the divorce care ministry. We've had over 400 people walk through this divorce care ministry with us. And through that, we have seen lives changed. We've seen God intervene and bring stability, as we've spoken about before, to lives. We've seen people from all walks of life. We encourage and accept anyone that will come through our door that God sends to us. We are very accepting of all people.
What I found in divorce care was not any of the things that I expected. I found a group of women, it was all women at the time that I came, with situations similar to mine, worse than mine. I found tapes that dispelled the idea that what was happening to me was happening to me alone. I also found a team of people, counselors I could call them, who had been around that block several times, so I could feel comfortable that they know that of which they spoke. During that time, I've developed a relationship with Christ. I've become a Christian and I've been baptized. This is the gift of divorce care to me.
Well, it really involves healing. It's Christ's way of bringing to the church and to the community an opportunity for folks who are suffering, who are unstable in their marital lives, to find stability through His presence here in divorce care.
Through divorce care, I was able to meet several people that connected me more to First Baptist Church than I ever felt connected before. I was needing a bone marrow transplant and was looking for a donor at that time. And on that Sunday, Dan said he would add me to their prayer list. And that following Thursday, I received a call that a donor had been located. One's for the Lance Armstrong Hope, or for Cancer Live Strong, and the other one's for the Hope Lodge, a place that I will be staying when I'm at Moffett for 3.5 months. Scheduled for a transplant at Moffett on November 2nd.
I can tell you that God took this broken vessel of a woman and changed her through this divorce care ministry.
And this man, because people can go on and live broken lives, but only through Christ can you be restored. For He is the mender of broken hearts. And we praise Him for that, and we've seen it happen in our lives.
For me personally, divorce care supported a need I didn't even know I had. I was in need of people. I was in need of community. I was in need of information that could help me through these days of loneliness and these days of anxiety. And divorce care did that for me. The group of people that were there, the other people that have been going through the same issues that I had been going through. Week by week, I became stronger. Week by week, I started to understand what was really going on inside of me and how to move forward in life, how to reconnect with Christ, how to recreate that relationship.
There are many people that have made this ministry possible here. Earlene Edwards, who has been so faithful to provide brownies for us every Tuesday night. And you say, brownies? Yes, brownies. And she's been very faithful to do that for us. People come and they will come back to divorce care because they know there's going to be a brownie there and a cup of coffee. If they need to talk or they need to visit with us, they will come back and sit down and have a brownie and a cup of coffee and just talk about what's going on in their life.
I've been going to divorce care probably since February of this year. I had come to First Baptist as a family when I was still married, and then when the marriage dissolved, I became an unbeliever, and I stopped coming, and it was a real eye-opening experience for me. In any case, after the divorce was final, I decided I was going to come back, which I did. I was scared. But that was one of the things that divorce care helped me with, to understand that it's a growth process. There's been a progression from coming through the door and not even being able to speak, to the point where now I'm able to help others.
Well, we help them identify how they need to become stable, and we identify that where are they unstable. And primarily, most folks are unstable physically while they're going through this experience. They're unstable financially, they're unstable emotionally, and most importantly, they're unstable spiritually. And so God seeks to enter the plan to bring back and forth stability in spirituality. And through that is his testimony of success.
I really never had a good relationship with God. I thought I did, but yet there was still something missing for me, and a lot of that was healing, spiritual healing, emotional healing, and DivorceCare brought me to that healing. It opened up a whole new realm for me, answered a lot of questions, brought more questions to me, and my walk with Christ has gotten stronger. Helped me complete that whole healing process even after 6 years.
I liken it to a storm. It is an absolute hurricane that's going on in their life. They don't know which way they're going. They don't see the light of day. And so DivorceCare is there to help them to stabilize, to calm the seas. They're asking God to calm the sea of their life because they are in utter turmoil. We've all experienced a hurricane and we know what that is like.
As I progressed through the class, I really started to feel a lot more comfortable with the people there. And even though I wasn't a Christian, that was my first question that I asked when I walked in was, can you be here if you're not a Christian? And I was in the process of converting to a non-Christian faith. And then something happened that was pretty mind-boggling. I ended up having a situation about 3/4 into the class where I had to go to court over another issue with my now ex-husband over domestic violence again, and I had to go get an order of protection. And it was the scariest thing. I had no idea how to deal with that, and the people that were there for me were the total strangers that I saw once a week in DivorceCare. And I learned what love was because they helped me when I couldn't help myself. This deal was bigger than anything I could have ever imagined. And at that point, I just knew, it was irrefutable, that there is a Christ and there is a God because he's alive and well and living in every single person that attends this class that had no reason to help me, to have to help me. Somebody had to teach these people how we're supposed to live and how we're supposed to be and how we're supposed to treat each other. And total strangers loved me and picked me up and saved me. And I don't think you could ever deny that. And I'll tell you, I'll never ever be a non-believer in that again. Christ is real, and I think God really does love us and he really does talk to us, but we have to shut up and we have to listen.
It's also about being consistent. And every Tuesday night for the last 6 years, DivorceCare has been here. It's been here for those folks that have seen the signs along the road, have seen it in the Sunday bulletin. It's available, and we have folks who come back from years past and just to renew, just to see a friend, just to find a place of comfort. And it's here in this church. And it's here on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock tonight.